Lucky.
I'm allowed to take time off. I don't know how.
Yeah, yeah. My brain's not programmed for it. I was telling Raps about that before we met up in Chicago. Like, vacations are very foreign to me. I do need more of them, though.
You all need to come to Germany. That's easy. Suddenly there is no other option than just having vacation.
Right.
Just be
Also,
somewhere
consider
else.
it.
Alrighty. Well, I'm good to go. Whatever you guys are.
All right. Give me one moment, and the
I have
buttons will
something
fall.
to drink and all the technologia. It's working.
Technologic.
Button one.
I feel like I have a stronger delay than
Button
usual.
two.
No! No, 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 no! No! Oh god.
What?
What?
Okay.
Button
I thought
three.
I could just close Steam, and if I close Steam, then VBridger closes and VTube Studio closes, and everything breaks down.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It's a
all right.
cornerstone app. Thank you so much, AC. Alrighty. We're just gonna give a couple minutes for people to flow on in here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. Thanks for all the early birds showing up. Let's see, we got Tanner, Golden Pasta,
Hello.
Bert, Fungi Mancer, Replicant, Art Director, Queen Luxe, Moshi Roth, Brondy, Humanity, Alistair, I Troll for You, Mal, and Joseph X.
Arr.
Arr.
Hello. Rah, rah, rah.
Arr. Yeah, that's that.
Greenelrod.
Thank you guys so much for being the early birds here today. Um, we're just gonna give a minute or two for people to flow on in here, and then we'll get today started. It's gonna be a pretty exciting stream. We got a couple of things from the community to show off today, and in a little bit, Lux is gonna come on stage and show off some things too. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Exciting.
Yeah. Um, when it comes to the what is it? Oh my god! I troll free sets. The yeah, I'm stoked for today. It's gonna be a pretty easygoing stream. I'm going to get you guys started on some of Alara's characters today, just to give us some materials to work with. But then we'll start getting into the community stuff after that. Um,
Yeah.
I see Golem is already going hard inside of VC Create. So let me do a quick explainer for anyone that is new here. So we have two different channels that you can participate in. We have VC Create and VC Text, and you can find them on the Discord list here. VC Text is, sorry, VC Create is just above the stage here, and that's where we're going to be prompting stuff together. It's a great way to collaborate and to get your stuff seen on the stream. VC Text is where we're going to be chatting, and you can say hey to me and Rhapsody and everyone else here on the stage with VC Text. So,
Hey.
yeah, hey, all that stuff is going to be recorded for YouTube and is uploaded on my channel. So you're welcome to check that out. After the streams and stuff. But I really want you guys to jump in and show off what you guys have been working on inside of VC Create. There's all sorts of projects going right now. I feel like the fall season is going to be a very productive time for us. Um, so let's see here. Oh yeah, yeah. Good to have all you guys here. Thank you so much for linking all that inside of VC
Of
Text
course.
Kinky. You can find all the relevant links from Kinky's post right here inside of VC Text. It also lets you join our server. We have a server called Gnarly Studios, which is basically this stream for an entire week until the next stream. We just keep focusing on the same character-driven sort of content. And if you like character stuff, then please join the server and start contributing to not only your own characters, but also everyone else's. Like it's a big collaborative event that we do. So I'm stoked to
And
see
the
what.
environment.
I'm sorry, what?
if you like environments and world building, then come too.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I tend to be overly focused. It is my forte is characters and Rhapsodies is world building. So it's like combining those two gives us a pretty healthy balance between the two. Um, but I see we got some fun stuff from Goem already, and I'm curious to dig into Ancient's joke about buttons here. But when it comes to the characters we'll be exploring today, I'm going to feature a. I normally do one character. I normally do one, and I tell you, hey, come check this out. Start messing with this character. But we actually got two characters today. You can find both of them on our server, and I'm going to link them directly for you guys here. One of them is Saskia, and the other one is Celine. Saskia is a hard character to work with because she is asymmetrical. She has a glowing rune eye on her right eye and a glowing magical rune prosthetic arm on the other. Both of these characters are from Alara, and Alara has been a long-time contributor, a massively valued member of our community, and I'm just so thankful to have them contributing here. So thank you so much for being here. Alara will be jumping in a little later, but we could get started on some of their stuff here. Let's see here. So let me go ahead and first bring in some of my prompts using /show. If you do have any other servers that you're a part of and you have a Midjourney account, that you can easily bring your prompts from one server to another to collaborate with other people. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load up midjourney.com. It's a bit easier to do that than to use the emoji icon here. So let me just midjourney.com. There we go. Okay. So I've definitely been running through videos with Saskia here because I was really liking some of these results here. But I'm going to grab one of the original prompts that I have pulled up for her here. Just scrolling down a little bit. Let's see which one am I happy with. There's a lot here, so let's see here. Basically, one of the things I'm going to be exploring with you guys is how to put characters inside of environments today. Especially if you already have a background image where you can generate your own and then put the characters in those backgrounds. So let's go ahead and grab, this one is pretty good. Let's do this. Copy and then job ID. And that means that we can now come back over to VC Create here and use /show to bring in the prompt itself. So you just copy that job ID and paste it into the job ID area here. It's not this one. I trophies drawn in MS Paint by a 5-year-old. I'm falling in fall. Yeah, when it tries to draw as children, it's really cute and odd because like some of the things make sense, some of it doesn't. It's great. I find it so cute. But you can see here that we have Saskia here. It somewhat realized it's mostly in the first image that you'll see her, properly represented here with the glowing eye and whatnot. But that's the challenge I want to have for you guys today is to try to refine how to make her more reliable. It's one of the reasons that we have two characters, because I recognize that there's, so that's, we just want to play in easy mode, you know what I mean? But this is definitely going to be a bit of a challenge for you guys. And you can find the original posting for Saskia here. So I'm going to send that over into VC text for you guys. So Saskia's character breakdown. And this includes like a backstory and everything else, including the original prompts and stuff for her too. So very, very fun use of the character portal here. If you do look at the other submissions, you can use any of these as a starting point to start prompting things. If there's one that particularly speaks to you, use it, start exploring what you can do with it as an OREF. But the community has made all sorts of really fun videos with a bunch of different models over this time that's definitely worth checking out. So take your time, dig through there, see what's going on. But Saskia is a bit older of a character, dating back to, let's see, May? Yeah, it looks like May 20th. Celine, on the other hand, is a female anthro black lizard that has small triangular black ears, smooth tail, white bands, blue sleeveless. It's a very cute character. It's somewhat catgirlish. It's very fun. Oh, hey, Drolac, good to see you. No worries. And we're gonna also bring her over. But let's go ahead and grab her by right-clicking on the image address. This is our base image of her. Hey, Laura. Yep, we're digging into your characters right now. I'm going to be posting both of them inside of VC Create for everybody. So let's go ahead and also just make an original prompt for Celine here. Or sorry, yes, for Celine here. So I'm going to do /imagine this time instead of /show. We're going to use this image as an OREF. Paste that into there. And I'm going to copy her prompt. This is just directly from Laura here on the character portal post. We'll just paste that into the start of the prompt here. And let's go ahead and just see what this gives us and then start to work on this image iteratively. But I'm curious to see what you guys do to expand on either of these characters. That's what I want to see you all digging into. What you're going to notice is that the image with Saskia includes an OREF that has been modified. This is a method of... yes, let me zoom out of here. Okay, there we go. So this is a method of using OREF that's more like combining ingredients that we are able. You could do this with outfits. You could do this with weapons and props. There's so much you can do, and Rhapsody's got actually a couple cool examples of doing this as well. But you could just put them all into one image and then tell Midjourney to merge all these things together, and that's how we get a result like this. Is by including that singular image with all those ingredients together, and then describing what we want to see inside of this image. So unlike what we're doing with Celine here, that is like a method of basically combining useful assets and such. Yes, so this is the base OREF for her, and you can see the result of combining them up here. So let's see. Okay, so this is the result that we got just by working off the OREF that has, her image in there, and that's pretty reliable. This is one of the reasons that, like, this is a pretty easy character to jump right into. So if we wanted to, we could go ahead and re-roll this. As long as we have remix mode on, it'll always bring up this prompt window again. So we're just going to show you guys how to make sure that happens when you hit the re-roll button. You go to /settings. And inside of /settings, you're going to find remix mode. Make sure that is on, because that's going to let us be able to edit your prompts and get another result in, as well as like change some pretty dramatic aspects of the result. So if we hit reroll here, let's first set it to a more cinematic aspect ratio. So I'm going to go with AR 16:9 to be like a film. And then at the very top of this prompt, I'm going to write that this is an animated dark fantasy anime, and just leave that as its own sentence. The reason why I'm a bit redundant when I say that is because animated has a lot of implications. It doesn't only mean the medium that it's used, it also means the energy of the image. It can mean, like, when you think of like an animated person, they're very expressive, they move a lot, like they wiggle like I do. You know what I mean? So like it's animated, it has a lot of implications of what the result can do. And then the dark fantasy anime is kind of just giving us the direction of the art style more. So without describing the scene or the environment or any sort of intent or script or anything like that, any dialogue, anything like that, we're just going to see what result we get off of including those new terms and a new aspect ratio. We're going to be getting into some pretty cool community stuff here in just a minute, guys. Thank you all so much for coming. Oh, wow, we almost got 40 people here. Awesome. Thank you all so much for joining. I'm on the stage here with Rhapsody. She's great, and also as well as with Kinky and Ancient from Midjourney. So I'm so
great.
I'm so thankful to have you guys all here. And if for anyone that's new here, my name is Victor Gnarly. I'm a former visual effects artist with Cartoon Network. I worked on various Adult Swim shows like Robot Chicken, Moral Oral, and a handful of others. But with all that out of the way now, I'm just going to take one final little look here at the result of the dark fantasy, and we could see that we're basically getting an extension of the existing scene, and we just basically need to now calibrate this image or include a background or anything to kind of mix in to this OREF. Because again, the OREF is just her, right? So if we focus on in the prompt more on the description of the environment than on the character, then we will get more and more of a scene as opposed to just a character feature. So if I come into here and say animated dark fantasy anime set in a dark dungeon that is covered in I don't know. let's do something fun here. Let's just say like moss and fungi. And I know that's gonna get Fungamancer excited here, but we'll just go ahead and see what that little teeny change does before we start editing parameters, particularly omniweight. But keep digging, guys. Keep exploring this. We're gonna go through VC Create and see what you all do with these two characters. Feel free to make them interact by including them both inside of an Omni reference, for example, or start creating an entire like scene or setup. Anything that you guys want to have generated into video, please post it inside of VC Text. So we might not see it in VC Create. We'll try to animate it if we do catch it, but I highly recommend going into VC Text and just asking us, hey, render this in video for me or anything like that, and we'll save you guys some fast hours by doing that. Let's see here. We're starting to get our result here because I want you guys to remember the result we had before is basically a character feature with a gray background because that's what's featured in the Omni reference. With just a couple extra words, look how dramatically different these results are in terms of placing the character within the scene. And this is a really important detail to understand about Omni reference. Like you can balance the result just with the words alone. So it's really, really cool that you can do this. But if, say, we did want to introduce some of the background or some of the kind of gray set that was there, we could increase the Omni weight if we wanted to. But this is what I want to see. I want to see the character in the scene that we've depicted here. There's also other parameters we could use, like style reference, to kind of force a specific art style or environment here outside of the wording. But this should be a good start for you guys. I'm really curious to see what you all do with both of these characters here. And just start throwing them into different scenes, different locations, and also refining how we can make Saskia a little more reliable. My tips would be, like the easy route is just to take out the asymmetry. Like the asymmetry is the hardest part about that character design. So even if it's just both eyes are regular color and then you change her one eye color to a brighter, more electric purple sort of color in post, that is probably honestly the easiest way to make that asymmetry a thing. But I'm so curious to see how you guys troubleshoot both of these characters. Okay, all right. At this point, we got a. Let me just kind of dig through this really quick. Get rid of this, and what did I go through? I went through both of these characters. All right, cool. I want to first do a quick shout out to Bert. It was his birthday earlier this week. Happy birthday, dude. Bert is a long-time contributor.
Bert.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bert. Everyone say happy birthday to him because damn, it was a real fun birthday on the server. There were so many people that contributed to just giving him cake and beer, and then I gave him beer cake. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm so happy to see this community evolving and growing in this way. And you could just see like everyone here is a valued and contributed member, and we just appreciate you guys so much. But thank you so much for giving Bert his day. Honestly, this was a lot of fun. There's all sorts of examples inside of VC Text from when that started. I should link, if someone can help me out and just link to the start of Bert's birthday posts, that would be cool because I wouldn't mind kind of digging through some of those. But wanted to give you that shout out, Bert. So thank you. Let's see here. We also have this is something I'm really excited to show you guys. This is an expansion of the homework that we had from from last week. If you guys are familiar with my streams, we've been experimenting with doing more video editing and video, construction inside of these. Normally, our streams are focused very much on characters, but now that we have this amazing Midjourney video model, we're able to get into this and start actually making real anime cartoons. Like, this is insane to me. I will say this, that Tanner knocked it out of the park when it came to the voice acting on this. They did all their own voice acting, which is so cool. I'll be featuring that. Thank you so much for linking that, Golem. You can find Bert's birthday posts all here linked from Golem Pasta. So I'll just oops, I did not mean to open that up in this tab. Let me copy the link here. Just so you guys can see real quick the shenanigans that happened during Bert's birthday here. It's all right here. There's just so much contributions to this. It's just so fun to see. I'll just animate. All of this is just so funny to me. I dig it, and plenty of Macho Man as well. Thank you guys all for doing this. This is so cool to see. And also a drawn image of Bert from my troll for you that's like actually drawn, and then he had AI finish it. And the what is it? The also had Midjourney animate this, which is so freaking funny. That's too funny to me. Oh man! And then this is the animation I gave him. So this was actually a lot of fun to make. It was kind of a deep dive into how do you get props to flow and fall into from specific parts of the frame. And I can dig into the prompts if you guys want, but I really want to get into Tanner's thing. So there you go. That's my little contribution there. Thank you so much for everybody. Cool. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's load up Tanner's animation here, and there's going to be audio, so put up your speakers and stuff, and you should be able to hear it. If you don't hear it, please yell at me at VC Text, and I'll figure that out.
Probably not gonna.
You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it. I've been making sure that's good, but if in case you don't, let me know. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Don't be afraid, Autumn. I will accept you for who you are.
Thank you for seeing me. I'm starting to feel safer with you.
And I'll always heal you.
Thank you.
I thought that was so cute.
Love it.
It's so good.
The audio worked, but you're routing it through your microphone. So Discord was basically rendering out all the background music and stuff.
What are you talking about?
Audio in your stream.
Uh-huh.
The video. We didn't hear the music because only the voices were transported.
Because of
Because
the...
Discord voice canceling.
Ah.
Is when you do that.
I see. So let me turn off the custom voice sensitivity, turn that off entirely. You might hear me a little bit. I'll turn off crisp noise separation. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna play it again for you guys, but because now I have crisp turned off. But it's very cute. I love this like loving moment from these two. It's adorable. So let me play it one more time for you guys. 3, 2, 1, go.
Don't be afraid, Autumn. I will accept you for who you are.
Thank you for seeing me. I'm starting to feel safer with you.
And I'll always heal you.
Thank you.
All right, is that better?
So cool.
Okay, cool. If I sound a little different, it's because of the crisp thing is now turned off. So, well, we'll just live with that for now. Thank you so much, Tanner. That was super cool. Awesome work. It's really cool to see you adapt something that, like, I know you didn't intend to do like a romantic piece or anything like that, especially between these characters. Shipping characters is kind of inevitable with you guys too, but I definitely appreciate you guys so much for, and especially Tanner, for putting all that effort into that. That's awesome. Let's see, and you getting plenty of praise inside of VC Text for this one. Good. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, okay. Yeah, I ran my own voice through an AI voice changer for this one. That's so cool. Oh man, that's awesome. If you want to share any of the stuff you use, feel free. And
That's so nice. You got such a good result for her.
I did not think that was you at first. I did not. No.
Yes.
The only thing that it definitely did not recognize that as you on both takes. I thought you brought in like a sister or your friend or something like that. The laugh is definitely Tanner. I agree.
Definitely Tanner.
Yeah, that little hee hee is definitely Tanner. But yes, it's too cute. But let's see. I'm gonna bring Lux on stage here for the next one. So if we don't mind, can someone throw Lux up here? Or I think she could join herself now. I'm pretty sure.
Lex can do it herself.
And we'll have her do a little watch along with us, and then start to talk about something that is the 1 year anniversary. Help! So she needs help, guys. She needs help. I don't know how.
I don't know how you just.
It's on the bottom. There you go. Awesome, you got it. Hi, Queen Luxe.
Hey, Queen.
This is it. It's been a while since she's been on stage, so it might be a second as we troubleshoot some audio stuff. You used 11 Labs voice changer, not to be confused with text to speech. It lets me generate the initial voice with text, then I upload my own audio files for the voice changing. Oh, that's nuts! I didn't know that. That's awesome. Thank you. That's pretty cool. We're just gonna give a minute here to no voice. Ah, it's all good. It's all good.
Is it? Ah? Or is this? Or is this? Ah? We'll never know.
Well, in the meantime, I can jump over to the Lolo soon. No rush, Lux. No worries. If we go to this next animation here, this is from Lolo soon, and this is for a pilot that he's working on called the Ghoulies, and that's going to be related to what we get into a little later. But let's check this one out. Thanks Lolo for submitting this. That's awesome, Lolo Soon. Honestly, like even as just like a preview of like everything you're working on right now, this is so cool. I can't wait to see what you develop this into.
This feels like watching an actual show episode. Yes, Lolo Soon is very advanced in this style, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I really do dig it, and it reminds me of some real fun shows that I like. So I really do dig it. Let's see. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was. In terms of let's take a look at VC Create with you guys and see what you guys have been getting into in the meantime. We're gonna give hey Lex, did you get your audio situation figured out? Let's see.
It doesn't look like it.
Oh no. It's all good. In my experience,
To lend your voice.
in my experience, it's the push to talk thing throws me off, and if I have my microphone set to my webcam, it like people are like, "Why do you sound terrible?" Then it'll just because it's a bad input. Oh, you guys are getting into some fun stuff in VC Create though. Let's check this out. Bert's going hard on Celine here. That's cute. She kind of looks like almost like a schoolgirl outfit in this one. That's pretty fun. Ooh, I like the run though here. I wonder what animating this sort of mid anime like running state does, right? So like if I were to go ahead and click on, oh, you guys are already doing it. Okay, cool. In terms of the animate buttons, they also work with remix mode, right? So if you have that mode turned off, clicking these buttons is just going to animate based on what's written in the prompt, and it's going to embellish on what's written here. But if you have remix mode on, it'll do the same thing. It'll let you be able to bump up this the text that's in here. It's going to ignore almost all the parameters except motion high, and if you want to include hyphen raw in order to make your prompt a bit more literal, it will. But you could ignore, I mean, it will ignore any sort of parameters that do not belong for video inside the prompt. So you don't have to worry about deleting those. But if I now say, animated dark fantasy anime without any description, because so much of it's already in the image here, we don't really need to say, hey, focus on these core parts of the character details. We can actually just say, hey, we want to watch an anime right now, right? And then hit submit on that. So let's see what this do. And I'm curious to see what sort of results we get off of that one. Let's see here. What else did you guys get up to? I like her in this like lava world sort of setup, but I'm curious what sort of environment you guys give her as well. Hold on. Draxler made actually something really cool. I love this art style. I love this. Like, this is so it's so oh man, that throws me back to my childhood. Like, this is great. I'm going to go ahead and run the
It's like Roadrunner.
yeah, like Roadrunner. Yeah, for sure. Let's go ahead also. Yeah, meep meep. Let me go ahead and animate. Usually, you would think, oh, we should animate as much as we can on high, blah, blah, blah. I actually don't really recommend that. I like low a lot because it keeps the camera a bit more static and lets the performance shine as opposed to the scene. But it really depends on the intention of what you're doing, right? So let's try both really quick to compare them on this specific result. So let's say this is an anthro lizard jumping off of, I'm going to say that they are jumping off a cliff, and but let's have them like hold in the air. Oh, hey, you're here.
Yay! It worked.
Yay.
I hear something.
Woo! Sorry about that. Woo!
All good. I'm so excited to show off what you got going on here, and we'll hold off on this. I'm gonna animate it just so that it gets going here. I'm gonna say hold in the air and then falling, or I'm gonna say instead of holding in the air, I'm gonna say levitating in the air. Then they look down, or I'm gonna say the lizard looks down and pulls out a sign that reads help. A signpost. Okay, yeah, a signpost. There you go. That reads help. There you go. There's your Looney Tunes moment. Let's just go ahead and go with that for now. But I'm excited to have Lux here on stage. Thank you so much for coming.
Hey. Hello.
And
Thanks for having me.
no problem. You are the
Hi, Queen.
Hey, Kinky. Everyone.
So, Queen Luxe is the creator of a thread on our Gnarly Studios server called the Ghoulery. And I wanted to, before we show off anything from it, do you want me to play the video first, or do you want to, the video is from Snoopy, right?
Yeah, Snoopy made that. She said she might be able to be here in about half an hour. Oh, she's at work.
Okay.
So,
We can
but,
always
I don't
play
know
it back.
if
We can always play it back
Yeah.
when they show back up, you know.
yeah.
But let's see here. I just to kind of get people in the, because you made an amazing zine for this to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of it. I'm just, which would you prefer, the video or the zine?
Let's play Snoopy's video first, and then yeah, because yeah, let's do that first. 'Cause I think
Okay.
that's a pretty awesome intro. She did an awesome job.
Yeah, she did a great job on this. So all right,
Yeah,
you guys ready for this? Let's go. Make sure the volume's up. Good.
Oh,
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
1 year ago, the Ghoulery arrived and opened its doors in the gnarly server. From that time to this, it has slowly expanded ever outwards, like a friendly and malignant tumor, growing ever so slowly, second by second. But just what is the Ghoulery? Is it a simple channel on Discord, or is it something else? When the Ghoulery first opened its doors, it was a simple place for prompting seasonal Halloween-time variations of characters. But slowly it changed and shifted with the needs of the members who stumbled in and out one by one. Like the unnameable hotels of the Eagles, California, namely the Chateau Marmont and the Hyatt House, the boundaries of the Ghoulery extend far beyond its humble online containment. This is due to what the Ghoulery is and is not. It is neither space, nor thing, nor fact. It is a collision of facts always in motions, where ideas ripple and imagination folds in on itself. To enter the Ghoulery is to notice that you too are strange and unusual, and are shaped in a ghoulish way. Such people are ghouls, agent of curiosity, transgression, who play in the shadowy leaks of thoughts and turn haunted spaces into laboratories and cemeteries, into playgrounds with water slides. It is a spooky feeling that carries the liminal belief of Halloween play throughout the year. Every fleeting thought or idea has, at one time or another, found its way here, combined, recombined, and worked upon by practiced and unpracticed ghouls alike, a miasmic swirl of an exquisite corpse. Like learning a new language through immersion, the best way to get ghoulish is to dive in and begin. What you put out will be taken up, expanded, and remixed. So, what is the Ghoulery? A place that is unknowable even to the inhabitants, a carnival that never packs its tents, a refuge for witches, demons, cowgirls, kings and queens in velvet mourning, bricklers, hackers, provocateurs, and ghouls of every persuasion. Any attempt to map the Ghoulery has failed. Sometimes there are 3 stories, sometimes 616. Other times, the amount of stories are the number of Tuesdays you can't recall. And despite being perpetually in motion, there are many curious creatures, critters, and souls who live out their existence within the ever-shifting walls of the Ghoulery. Some days it howls with laughter, other days it grows raw, pensive, or therapeutic. On any given Tuesday, you might be served good morning tea by an adorable cat, then immediately side-eyed by an anxious goth pony. A bit later, you might flirt with Sid Charisse, who has come back from the dead to give a show at the Ghoulery Go-Go Bar, only to end the night with Eldritch Hyacinth Boo Ka, chastising your subpar Royal Dalton tea set while you were simply trying to admire the majesty of a sapphic-coated spaceship and a nightmare-inducing puppet named Bananya, who is trying to say goodnight. Chester and Miss Nameless are ever-present stewards, but we never know when they might appear. Chester arrived one day as an extra, as if from a screwball comedy, and has been terrorizing people ever since. As for Miss Nameless, she threatened us with explosions if we don't just leave her to it. It has been called an art center speakeasy, a therapy seance, a cabaret of confession, and a cosmic joke. Each time you feed it with your thought of a place where you can go where everyone's weird and the celebration is ongoing, the Ghoulery grows. Just by watching this very video, you have given the Ghoulery permission to expand, but the Ghoulery only opens doors to the willing. Are you ready for tea times with ghost dogs and strange swinging games of word association? Come back in. The ghouls are always waiting. It is a liminal dwelling. The Ghoulery is not a gallery of works, but a shifting psychic space where fragments of culture, ghosts of media, and spectral characters gather to live on. It is collective dream work, visitors, prompts, and images don't stay personal. They melt into the house, becoming rooms, corridors, and figures anyone can encounter again. It is contradiction held in place. Comedy, grief, ritual, parody, desire. The Ghoulery thrives on the simultaneity of moods that never cancel each other out. It is haunted by its medium. AI seams, digital glitches, and spelling mutations are not errors but signatures. The Ghoulery is built from the distortions of the medium itself. It is porous to the world. The zine, the forum, the memes, the chatter. These are not the Ghoulery, but outposts. They leak its presence outward, proof that the house is bigger than any one entryway. You've come a long way, Ghoulie. We're ready for you.
So good! So good!
I love it so much.
I love this silent film credits too.
Good.
Probably the most badass intro to a Discord channel I have ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's gonna be a tough one to top, y'all. Snoopy knocked it out of the park there.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. So that's the Ghoulery. That's what the Ghoulery is. It's utter chaos and madness. Yeah.
And just so people have it to explore too, I'm gonna go ahead and link the Ghoulery itself inside of VC text here. Ghoulery thread here. Boom. And there you go. So if you guys want to start exploring the images there, or maybe using them as like style references or omni references, feel free. Just start digging in there and post them to VC Create so that Lux and Snoopy and the rest of the gang can dig into those. So awesome. Well, thank you for being on stage with us, Lux.
Wow. Well, thank you for asking me.
I have a question before you leave. Like, how many people worked on this video? Like,
Well, so Snoopy made it.
yeah.
It's kind of collaborative in the sense that we worked on the text together. There are images pulled from the Ghoulery itself, from other ghouls. So I think at the end she credited, there's like 4 or 5 of us that are there. I mean, it's like literally just 5 people being super, super weird. So when you go in there, if you go in there, yeah, you'll see a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, so there's I think some images from Yellowstone and Bert and Legal Beagle, Victor. So yeah, so that's how that video came together. When Snoop gets here, she can, explain anything else about it. But yeah, and then yeah, so that's pretty much the assets that came together. Think all of them were Mid-Journey. I'm pretty sure all of them were Mid-Journey. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It definitely looks like Mid-Journey too. Like it gives us that sort of like that's one of the things that I've always appreciated about Mid-Journey is the amount of like style diversity that their models have, and it's just you could really see that on display here.
Yeah,
Artistic vibe somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so yeah, basically it's like 1 year ago started this thread, and Snoopy and I are in there all the time making weird stuff, and let's do something to celebrate. And we came up with what is the Ghoulery? We can't exactly define it, and manifesto, and just came up with this whole text and this lore about it, and kind of went in both of our own different directions with projects that we were going to do to celebrate the 1 year. And so she did the video and I made the zine. There's Chester. Chester's a recurring character.
I love Chester so much. He's in the character portal too.
Definitely. Yeah, that's the Lola scenes. Yeah, so anyway, It's a variety of madness coming together as a project. So
And thank you, Legal Beagle, for linking the Ghoulery code, which is a profile of results that will give you reliable Ghoulery imagery.
awesome.
It's kind of like a comedic version of House of Leaves. Like that's what I'm getting.
Right?
If you've I barely could break into that book. It's purposely made to upset you. Like as a reader, it's a very hard book to dig into. I've heard it's even worse if you're ESL. Like if you don't speak English natively, like it's a really hard book to get into. But the vibe of it reminds me of House of Leaves a lot. So it's I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
So
It's
you
like literature weird core nightmare fuel.
exactly, yeah. Especially all the tearing pages and the houses coming to life. What were you saying, AC?
Mhm.
It's basically impossible to properly explain to anyone.
Right.
But it is
It's
a
good.
very cool artistic interpretation of literature.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot more visual than people give it credit for. Like you dig into any of the pages of House of Leaves, especially like it's like text swirling around into wormholes and all that kind of stuff. So very cool. Well, you also made something. So I'm going to link that for everyone here. Let me go. Yeah. What's up?
No.
What?
Just click. This is my favorite shot. Okay, now you can switch.
Okay. I love this though. Yes, I do.
I do too.
And the map that just got 3D and then turned like Inception world building. That shot.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Yeah, a lot of these images you could probably find the prompts in the Ghoulery somewhere. So.
Yeah, dig through them in there. Definitely. So let's see. No spoilies, please. Okay. By the way, this shot also reminded me of some like 70s animation, 70s films. I can't really name them because they're definitely NC-17. But yes, like I definitely it's reminding me of a couple of like really experimental 70s films. Particularly, okay, I will name one of them, Holy Mountain. I will name one. It reminds me of Holy Mountain. Yeah.
Huge Ghoulery influence for sure.
Oh yeah. That director is a pretty popular popular source here.
Snoopy's here.
Snoopy. We just watched the video and we've been breaking it down a bit here. Thank you so much for making this. This is such a cool video.
Yeah. Do you want to come on stage and talk about it, Snoopy?
Yeah.
You're welcome to.
You can't shut Snoopy up. He loves talking on mic.
No mic.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought. Okay, but let's get into the zine that you made here. I'm gonna make sure we link it to. So let me go ahead and post the link here. Let's see.
By the way, I almost didn't even post this.
I would be so sad to find out about this way later. This is so cool.
To be pulled up and talk about it today is definitely. Yeah.
The 1 year anniversary. I love
like the part of it.
I was just gonna say I love the collage art already. Like it's just so fun for me.
Yeah, I love that aesthetic so much. There's a couple of SRFs that are kind of 70s that I'm absolutely obsessed with right now, and that was totally folded into that. But yeah, the anniversary, it's sort of the Ghoulery ethos, right? Like the AI digital artifacts and misspellings and everything's part of the art. Like we don't need to fix it or correct it or anything like that. So there it is. That's how that came out when I prompted it, and I think it must have been V7 instead of V6, which does better text. But there it is. I don't know what that Y is. It's
kind of looks like it kind of looks like ovaries.
I honestly am like, I didn't want to say it, but it does.
It does.
Come on.
It's good to see you, Funnel.
Hey.
Yeah, you're welcome to stay if you want.
No, you're not leaving. Don't leave. Stay.
She's shouting on stage to hear you guys. She's just in text.
Oh, okay, good.
Hear back.
I see. All good. It's good to see her regardless. Well, let's check out page 2 here.
Okay. So yeah, that's kind of a just loving the aesthetic nod of old library books and the checkout, and all of those doodles were made in Midjourney. Every digital asset in this is Midjourney. So that was really fun to put together, to kind of come up with different styles of sketches, as if this has been checked out and do not write in this book, and everyone's writing in this, putting smooch marks in this book. So yeah, you kind of have to zoom in to read some of the text later. Everyone could do that at their own leisure, but yeah. Well, insert of the book. I want to make a Ghoulery ex libris. I want to make a book plate that's specifically, for the Ghoulery, and one day that'll be volume 2.
I love the idea that this would be a recurring zine. By the way, it would be very cool to have people be able to subscribe to it.
I love that idea.
All right, let's check out page 3.
Oh, and that's Chester.
Oh yeah. Chester just hanging out there. I loved. I don't know what it is about him, but it's like he's so recognizable. It's that photogenic throwback actor. I don't know what it is exactly that makes it so memorable, but yeah, he's great.
He's so 90s.
He's something.
I don't know what he is.
Of another time. We don't know either. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, a signature bow tie. So yeah, this is kind of the intro. What is the Ghoulery? People have asked that, and I think Snape's video kind of explains it all. And I don't think you still know. It's just a space of be flow, train of thought, just Parab. I mean, I kind of think it was just a digital exquisite corpse. Really, it's just anything goes in there. Yeah, not a document. It's a summon.
That's great. Well, and the fact that you guys are using exquisite corpse too. That's such a you know how close that is to my heart in terms of like what I believe we're getting to. You know what I mean? Being able to collaborate in a way that lets us be able to hand projects off to other people and let them finish it or add on to it how they wish. Just for the people who are not familiar with what an exquisite corpse is, it's like when you fold a piece of paper 3 ways and then each one of your friends draws a different part of a monster, right? Like one of your friend does the head, the other friend does the body, the other friend does the feet, and then you unfold the page afterward and you see what you made, what kind of horrific thing you made. That's an exquisite corpse, and we've been experimenting with the idea of doing that for as with AI has been. The potential behind that is just so big to be able to collaborate, because instead of it being folded 3 ways, imagine if we were able to fold it 10,000 ways and then have the smallest little chunk of an image that then becomes something much bigger.
Imagine image blending, 1,000 images to 1,000 people.
Right.
Love that. Okay, fun project.
The origami.
Yeah, or just everyone throwing in an image and blending it, and whatever the outcome is, we'll tell a story about it.
Call it the Ghouligami or something like that.
Love that.
All right, let's check out page 4.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, the origin story. Basically, it started off as a thread that I created in your server. Initially, it was just sort of like I was not entirely sure how to, jump into the server as a whole and got projects. It's like I mess around with comics, but it's like not what I make. It's not what I necessarily do. And I, was working on a project to do a short movie the cowboy story. So I did put something together for that, but spooky stuff is near and dear to my heart. So I started a little thread over there, and around this, well, it was this time last year, and yeah, it started off actually. The first prompt was one of your just tumbling up characters. It was Sage holding a pumpkin, and then some Vicky stuff, and just a bunch of your characters.
So cool.
That's kind of how it started. Yeah, and then it just sort of took off from there, and became this this world of chaos and wonder. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And people coming and going, and there's a core group of ghoulies who are there all the time. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean it's one of those. I've been meaning to I do a Halloween comic every year, so I have to mull over what I'm gonna do. But with Halloween coming and whatnot, this is kind of like a little perfect a pregame to Halloween that we're doing in September. So I mean, I imagine when you started that, you were also in the mindset of Halloween is in a month,
Yes. Well,
just...
for me, it starts in August. So
yeah,
it's this season all year at the Ghoulery, right? Yeah.
Right. No, my trick is
the day after Labor Day for me.
There you go. It's my trick is to just not pull in the Halloween decor after Halloween. It just stays up for the rest of the year. I have a sign in front of my house that says "Boo," and it's been up there for 2 years.
I can attest that it's true.
She has been there.
That's so cool. Spooky season all year. It's just, it's an ethos.
Yeah, so if you dig spooky season all year, the Ghoulery is perfect for you.
Yeah.
They're asking about the manifesto.
What do we do? Yeah, this is just chaos and madness. This was just some image I prompted using that, some aesthetic, 70s SRF that I'm loving. And this image came up and I just was like crying, laughing at this whole series. There's like 20 more that I wanted to like somehow incorporate because it's hilarious. I almost want to make a movie out of it. But this is me on the phone, or Lux anyway, on the phone. Or ancient IBM computers in the forest.
Perfect. And so this is your IRL 70s self insert.
Correct.
Awesome. Yeah. And when it came to actually making these collages, can you explain your process a bit here?
Sure. I mean, so some of the collages that came together, I asked for a collage. In this one, I actually don't remember the prompt for this, but I put the teacup in, I put the frame around the other picture and imposed that in, put the speech bubble in. So it's kind of this combination between maybe prompting for a collage and then adding my own extra collage, or just sort of fixing the design of it. Is something I love to do. I mean, artist anyway, so this is I kind of love working with composition, and I mess with collage in real life and all kinds of things. So this is right up my alley. This reminded me of being a kid, making these friends and making fake magazines and doing fake interviews and stuff like that. So this is really, but yeah.
Do you use object selection or anything like that to grab pieces of other prompts and then layer or composite them together, or is it I'm just curious what programs you use?
Oh yeah, so I only used Midjourney and a free version of Canva. That's it. And there were only a few images that I did the layering thing for in the editor. So I just don't use it that much, but I did find it useful for some of these images. This one, honestly, it's so I prompted, say, a teacup, and I removed the background and just popped it in there in Canva. So it's really just the most simple process for this. It was prompt the assets I needed, remove the background, and slap them in there.
Yeah, the
I love that aesthetic, right?
right, and I mean the smart select within the editor would handle a lot of that too in terms of like grabbing parts we found out collectively on the server that we could just download alpha channels like straight from the editor too, as long as you don't upscale the images. So it's useful for like grabbing assets like that and reusing it in other imagery.
That's cool.
Yeah, we can demonstrate that after we get through your zine here.
I'd love to do that.
Buddy ball pens from Snoopy. Live gallery reaction shot. There you go. It's like a little cute kitty and a ghoul. That's cute.
Pez. Suspense.
Pans. All right. But
Yeah,
there's just lore.
That's just lower. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Just prompted for a collage. Prompted a few things in. Prompted, the other assets like the strawberries and some of the other stuff, and just put in there. So that's
I love that you included the internet.
yeah. It's just algorithms, internet. It's simple. Keep it simple.
I kind of always imagine the algorithm as just kind of a dancing dude. Like he's always doing the rhythm. Yeah, he's a guy named Al who's just constantly in rhythm.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is fun though. I could see like the Legal Beagle and little touches of things from other people in here.
Yeah, there's just sort of elements of all the ghouls integrated into this, whether it's sort of a mix of maybe using a combination of our global codes, for example, to like, create an aesthetic. That's definitely in here too. Yeah, kind of just that like whole vibe of on flyers and zines and a little bit of like Mad Magazine, Zap Comics.
Well, that's also one of the reasons that I wanted to have. I was kind of hoping that Fnuckle was here. I understand that she was just in the text chat, but Fnuckle does all these cool posters that are for the underground like music noise scene in Chicago. And it's been a while. When I met up with her and we talked about it for a bit. Very cool to see her work. It's like a lot of glitch art, right? All of it predates Midjourney too, so it's like really cool to see that sort of collage history applied for her work. So you guys would get along when it comes to the art styles, particularly.
Yeah, I've seen some of her work. I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah, we did a whole deep dive into void prompting with her. That featured a lot of her work.
Ooh, awesome. Yeah, actually, I think I was there for that. That's right.
We should do a couple void prompts with the Ghoulery mood board as well, and so I'll remind myself to do that when we get done with this.
Okay, cool.
All right. The manifesto.
A manifesto. Yeah. So basically, it's the liminal dwelling. It's a collective dream work, which both really like that terminology. It's a contradiction held in place. It's everything. It's spooky season all year, but it really has become this place of just exploring anything. It could just be like a thought, and have randomly watching a movie. It's a philosophy, or just, I don't know. You never know what's going to happen in there, but I love about it is that these things just kind of get picked up and riffed on, and yeah, just, you never know where it's going to go. I mean, it can inspire a little patient, or it can inspire a story or a character or something like that. So just that really collaborative remix.
I just love the fanciful like verbiage that you used in a lot of this too. Like these pillars are from the invisible foundation for the vibrant, chaotic life with life found within. Like that's so cool. I love the writing.
Aw, Snoopy, Snoopy's an awesome writer, creative, and mishmashed ideas together, and it
Sometimes you just mesh really well, like it's when you find that person. I'm glad you did that with Snoopy.
Wow, you too. Yeah, And so the Carnival of Souls, I mean, this is just the idea. This is, kind of going back to that idea of like influences anyway for me. And I think, Snoopy and I kind of share a lot of this, like just, Dr. Demento and Weird Al and, this kind of more fringy, kind of odd art influences. And so I really kind of think of the Ghoulery as it's kind of like a place of that or an extension of that. Like just everyone and weirdos coming together and just having art and making cool things. So refuge for witches, demons, cowgirls, queens, kings, artists, bricoleurs, hackers, provocateurs, and fools of every persuasion.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's welcome. Come in, drop a thought, stay, go, realize, evaporate.
Yeah, blow up the Ghoulery. Blow it up so that we have plenty of material for Halloween, please. Please. That's what I want to see. It's just y'all get the big ghoulish tent. Yes. Fill it up. All right, page 9. The diary.
Okay. The Dear Diary. Yeah, so I really liked just how we kind of took this in a different direction of, using the same text again and kind of going our way. So this was my take of kind of like I mean, it was sort of like being a kid again in a way, or like young adult, this kind of young adult fiction. So kind of telling this is more or less like a day in the life at the Ghoulery. This is like a typical Tuesday uh, of what happens there, and it really is like that. It's like you come in and it's a cute little like good morning tea from a cat and sadness in the next post, and kind of never know what happens. So reading through, open up this page of the diary and read through and see what a day in the ghoul.
I dig it.
Yeah, let's get ghoulish. So yeah, so what does it mean to be a ghoul? It's really about diving in and just trying things out. What also is I really like, and it's been really good for me because I can tend to have a little bit of a perfectionist side of things, and I really like things to sort of be finished, but just that like letting things be a little more unfinished, maybe a little more loose and free flow and things like that. So yeah, just a willingness to immerse yourself completely in the creative flow and just see what happens, and if off other people and get ideas from all other places, and just sort of like let this digital automatism happen. He's not trying to control the creative process much. So anyway, that's kind of like in the core ethos of a ghoul, I think, and collaborative, and yeah, the exquisite corpse concept again.
I'm curious about the black ink sort of print effect that's on here. Was that a result of the prompting, or kind of a compositing effect that was done on this? I'm just curious.
So that I love this one. I really love this one. I think because it like this image. I don't know if it's the girl in the corner or something about it, but it just reminds me of like an old paper ad. I feel like I remember seeing back in the day. You know what I mean? It's got that aesthetic. So. That was
that or street art.
I want to buy some sea monkeys from whatever magazine this comes from.
Victor, that's what I was. That's exactly what I was thinking when I made it. I was like, I'm gonna make like this. I wanted to do like the whole back page of like buying, the sea monkeys and all that stuff.
Yeah, I would love to see your interpretation of sea monkeys from both of you. That would be really funny. Because I remember like the Simpsons episode about it particularly, and it's like what people think a sea monkey is, and then they get it, and they're like, it's just a little teeny microscopic thing I can barely see without a magnifying glass. Yeah. That's awesome. But yes, I really do love this page for the same reason. It feels like something that was clipped from a magazine, an old print. especially with the ink effect that's on here, like little speckles of where the because like when it's a printing press, right? It's literally done with a plate that is, you know, pushed onto the page, and you could see where the little imperfections are from that plate. Like, not like, that's what I was so impressed with this, is that it just looks like that. It has that aesthetic from a real print mag. That's so cool. The page was
Thank
made
you.
of
I really,
Kinkos.
yeah,
I don't.
that whole Xerox, the whole Xerox vibe. I love that page so much. It's so, yeah, and so yeah, the little skeletons dancing, that was a separate prompt, making the sketch, and removing the background and throwing that in with Canva. The heart as well. The bats were added after. So yeah, just that kind of all together. I mean, really simple. I mean, I know I've been doing this a long time, and you know, but anyway, like, so I know how to put this together fast, but it isn't hard. So it's, again, a free Canva. Now,
Very
you
cool.
can do with what you have, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, it's and you could do a lot with Midjourney on its own, but use MS Paint. You know what I mean? Use whatever tools you got available to you. That's one of the reasons I'm an advocate of AI in general, is just because I want people to use whatever tools they can to tell whatever, you know, the story they want to tell. It doesn't matter if it's like, you know, of a certain production grade or anything like that. It doesn't matter. You're telling your story and getting it out there, and everything is an intermediate stepping stone to something even bigger, even better. We see that a lot with the work that we do. We rewind, we go back and redo things in a way that where we could say, hey, we have better tools now. We could make this even better. So, yeah, it's really cool to see that in action with you guys here.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next page
I'm
here.
excited about that. Yeah. The threshold is open. So, yeah, this was I mean, I laughed so much in the group. This was a really random uh fun in the Ghoulery of just like prompting these 1980s 800 pictures. Um Yeah, I kind of just really love the wholesome aesthetic. It's a creepy vibe there. I think that really.
All the while, it also looks like the back of a pack of cigarettes. Like, to me, like the warning on the bottom, it looks like a Surgeon General's warning. Like,
That was intentional. That was the vibe. Yeah, way ghouly. Yeah, so beware. It's a weird place. But unwillingly.
very cool. Very cool. We got one more page here.
Last page, yeah. And just, you know, the shout outs at the co-creators of this space and zine and everything that put out awesome video and this and thank you to you, Victor, and your server and all the ghoulies who are there, equal stuff and creating the space. And I think, Victor, that's just thank you for that. Like, you know, I just kind of had this thread and like, do you like? And I like the freedom that was there in order to have this that turned into what it is. So
Oh yeah, no, that's awesome. No, I'm so appreciative of like, there's so many images in there too, that it's like, you know, like at any time I could just rewind to any specific day of the year last year and be like, that was the Ghoulery today. Like, that's so cool. Yeah, it feels very much like a living thing with you guys, so it's super cool.
It totally is. It's an archive.
And also, I appreciate the neocities.org link, by the way. I'm just mentioning that right now.
Yeah.
Screw social media. I hate social media so much. Make your own damn websites and let's get off of social media.
I agree with this. Yeah, definitely look at NeoCities. It's amazing, and I'm actually gonna build one too, which I have never done before. I know how to do HTML code from 100,000 years ago.
From your MySpace page days.
Right. So so that's gonna be really fun.
I didn't know about this page.
Oh,
Super cool.
super cool. You'll see all the Snoopy's collective creativity, brilliance, their writing and art and pick and book stacks, reading. It's wild.
I'm laughing at the mouse. I'm laughing at the mouse. Oh god.
Oh, you even have hearts. Oh my god.
So he said, I was like, the main reason I want to do NeoCities is to have the like cute girl icon.
This feels like 2000s internet. Like,
Yes.
immediately.
Immediately. I love it. I love that it's just all here and it's all very loud and definitely reminding me of my childhood on the internet, finding websites I shouldn't have been in. Yeah, no.
Reminds me of my first website.
Oh no, this is like dark web stuff. This is like spooky to me. This is the actual spooky thing to me, is when it's just a bunch of text on a dark screen. For some reason that reminds me of all the horror stories I would read. But this is great. I love this. Awesome.
Yeah, Snoopy, don't you have like horror stuff on there? I'm sure. Anyway, but Awkward Penguin Comics up in the right. There's a penguin icon there. I don't. Dude, what is? It's just like these pictures.
This is awkward. Awkward. Random comic.
I love awkward. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't show a random comic. It just shows this one. I see. Okay, I get it. That's funny. That's all you need. It's all. Oh, there you go. There we got it. It changed. That's cool. All right, cool.
Anyway,
it just takes a while to load. Yeah, from the old HTML, but yeah.
It's 2000s internet.
I'm gonna show my age now, but I've been aware of the Neocity since it launched. Yeah, no, I'm familiar with NeoCities. It's just cool to see one actually use it and promote it consistently. I've seen Snoopy link this before, so it's super cool to me. All right, well, thank you so much, Lux.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Appreciate it.
Let's go ahead and get the ball rolling inside of VC Create for everybody, so that they can start playing with this mood board code. I saw Legal Beagle linked it a little earlier. There, the Ghoulery mood board. This is for my troll for you, actually. I also made a Ghoulery mood board in the past with I think about 450 images straight from the Ghoulery thread. Okay, so if we take this profile code and we jump into VC Create, we can hit /imagine and then paste that profile into there. And just write anything that we want. Now, we want it to be kind of like a magazine, a little bit like a zine, to kind of be within theme of what Lux is doing here. So we could do AR, I would say like 4 or 5 would be fine for that. Let's just take something you guys say inside of VC text and just throw that in there. Let's see. NeoCities Gnarly Studio when? Let's just do the Gnarly Studios NeoCities website. And then we'll just prompt that. But please, you guys start messing with it. Start messing with these profile codes and everything that has been contributed on top of all this. But thank you so much, Lux. This is so cool.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been fun. A little light into the foolery. Awesome.
Very cool.
Well, I'll bounce out. Thank you so much.
Well, no, thank you, Lex. Take care.
Bye. Ciao. Hi. How do I get us?
How do I get out of here?
Put me back in the audience.
I'll do it. Hold on.
Thank you.
Kicking Kinky Kong.
Kinky.
She's got them kicking legs. All right. So we were talking about void prompts for a minute with Fnuckles, with mentioning Fnuckle earlier with her glitch art and stuff. And a void prompt is when you don't include anything outside of just these 2 empty quotes. It uses a bit of a different area of latent space for doing this, because normally that's kind of basically dedicated to text. And so by doing this, you tap into a really interesting art-driven result where it's not about what you wrote. It's about everything else. It's about the profiles you use. It's about the references, the style references, omni-reference, so on and so forth. Depending on what you're doing, you can make some really cool stuff. I explore a lot with void prompts. It's just such a cool way to like dig into any sort of particular profile, like and you can make your own profiles with the Midjourney website as well. I will preview that a little bit later, but I want to see what result we got for this magazine cover here. I'm digging some of these animated stuff. I'm gonna actually hit play on these and see what they look like. How about this one? And these are all animated on motion, motion low, and you can tell largely because the focus is on the character movements and such. Is this that's your Wile E. Coyote kind of run? Oh yeah, yeah. But let's go ahead and see where my result was for here, Gnarly Studios NeoCities website with the Ghoulery code, and that's very Ghoulery-ish. Oh my god. Yes, this is fun. I'm going to upres these two immediately because I do like these a lot. And come on, upres you three. There we go. So I'll grab this and I'm actually going to bring it into the Ghoulery so that people have it. This is the result I think is the most Ghoulery-ish. It feels like it anyway. So the way that you could do that in Discord is actually a little different than you would do on the website. So say there's another prompt here or anything like that, you can hit under add reaction here, and you want to search for the word envelope. Once you click on the envelope here, you're going to get a private message from the Midjourney bot, and that Midjourney bot's going to give you your job ID like we did /show earlier. So I'm just going to copy that job ID from my private message here. And now we will hop ourselves over to the Ghoulery. Let me find out where that is really quick. So the Ghoulery is actually baked within the White Lodge here, which is one of our AI channels where you can kind of like spam it willingly. Like we don't enforce that much. It's unless you're like doing non-AI stuff inside of there, you could basically do whatever you want. Barring the rules of our own server. But what I'm going to do now is, now that I have that job ID, I just do /show again and then paste the job ID. And that's going to bring that result into this server. So now literally this image has hopped from the official Midjourney server to the Gnarly Studios server with a simple emoji. So there you go. Very, very cool. Very fun way to bring things over because it leaves all the buttons for you. So anyone else can adapt it and change it and do whatever they want with it. So I love the exquisite skeleton. This is the other result from that I really did dig. And I'm reminded again of the ghoulies from Lolo Soon with this face. Let's see here. Oh my god, look at that. Look at Ancient. Ancient is collapsing into into a downvote of despair. That's what I interpret this as. Very cool though. That was done by combining a void prompt and then using his character as an omni-reference. So there's the character art, and then this is the result from using that as an OREF. So very cool. Gnarly Studios website with the collage. Oh my god, yes, that is just straight up her work. Lux's stuff. That's so cool. Is that a slightly different profile? I bet. But I'm. It would be cool to make this stuff clickable. You know what I mean? Like make a website where you take this and then each asset kind of wiggles or moves around when you hover your mouse over it or you click on it. It would definitely take more than a NeoCities website, but it would be really cool to see things kind of like, I don't know, like twitch and move when you explore around the website. Yeah, there you go. Nice zoom in of it here. So what you can also do is you can copy an image that you like and then use that as a style reference. So I'm going to right click on that, hit copy image address, and then /imagine. And we'll just say that this is a page in an old magazine. AR45. And then --sref, which stands for style reference, and then we'll paste that image into here. So it's going to use that previous image as a reference to determine what the result should be for the zine. So, and I see that there's more stuff with just the profile code there, which is cool. But you could see just how it feels all from the same book as soon as you start using it as a style reference, right? So if you do want to make it something that feels like from beginning to end, it's all like the same collage that's been broken up into multiple pages or panels, I would use it as a style reference, a specific image that you like. Very cool, though. I dig it. And I see we got some fun. Ooh, yep. I definitely like the trippiness of this. Very cool. I am curious to dive back into Alara's characters here. So I'm going to jump ourselves back a bit here. Look at the run. That's really cool. I love that the the high angle perspective, low angle perspective that we have here. That's cool. Ooh. Any of these sort of like Cthulhu, like, you know, monster from the abyss kind of stuff, I really do dig that. Love that. Let's scroll all the way up until we find Alara's characters again, and then we'll start adapting stuff with that. I want to see if you guys made any progress. Oh yeah. There was a lot of video that we've had so far. Oh look, there's you. There's so many cute things that we're digging into here. Kawaii art, all the collage art. It's such a diverse group that we have here today. It's so cool. I see. Here we go. First thing. All right, nice video of the Omni reference here. I have a couple of them inside of Saskia's results here. So if I scroll past these videos here, I have one where I'm demonstrating like a little bit of just her arm. So I was like, if I need to detail like all the fingers or anything like that and how it's demonstrated, I could take any frame from this and use that as a reference, as well as a full body turnaround. And the full body turnaround is really important. This is something that Gompasta kind of pioneered for us when it came to using this as a usable image reference. And so you could find that tutorial right here using video for character turnarounds. And I'm going to go ahead and link that for you guys here so you have it. Let's take boom. And then I am going to copy that link for you guys. I know we've talked about this a lot, 3D character turnarounds, but it's so essential for our workflow now. It's just so cool to be able to do. I'm going to highly recommend you guys follow this tutorial if you want to make consistent characters moving forward, because it's way more reliable than re-rolling random character sheets and then picking poses and stuff like that like we used to. Now we can just direct the characters with video into the poses that we want and then use those as usable frames. So let's see here. Okay, cool. And that's all within the knowledge base. The knowledge base is a wonderful resource for you guys inside of the Gnarly Studios server. It gives you all sorts of tools and guides and just program alternatives. I know I talk a lot about Adobe here, so anytime people are like, I don't want to pay for the subscription, then there's alternative lists here for you. So definitely check all that stuff out. It's well worth it. Alrighty. I'm going to open up. We gotta find these characters here. I know that they are a little higher up now. Ooh, okay, there's Celine. Okay, so she leaps to the left and pounces on an unsuspecting adventurer. It straight up turns her into a lion. That's so funny. That's cute.
It's probably pouncing.
Pouncing, right. Pouncing would probably give us. So there's another thing that you want to do in video that could help out with this stuff when it comes to trying to direct them to like interact with other people or other like characters, because oftentimes it sticks within the composition that you have. Like, notice how the camera never really zooms out from her. Only on the last one is there a person that shows up at the end there. I'm going to teach you guys something pretty cool, which is if you use some filmmaking terminology, you can really boost this, okay? So let's re-roll this result. And then I'm going to say that first off, if we switch this to high motion, it's probably going to encourage the camera to move a lot more, which is what I want to do for this. I'm going to say that this is a snap zoom out of her pouncing on an unsuspecting adventurer. So we're gonna let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna say snap zoom out, revealing, revealing an adventurer behind, let's say beside a tree, just to give us a little bit of a larger subject to be beside. Then she pounces on the unsuspecting adventurer. I cannot. Yeah.
You might want to remove the H. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll copy this just in case the prompt goes bad for any
Because
reason.
I have written pouncing with an H at this point, and suddenly I had pouches appear everywhere.
That's funny. Let's see what we got here. A totally normal scene. Nothing to see here from Ancient Chaos. Yeah, nothing to see here. Nothing to see with this big ghoulish monster in the sky. I love the fourth result. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, this one. I like the fourth result here more. Let me upscale this one really quick. I say upscale. It's just giving us the proper video of it instead of a low res smashing of 4 images into a GIF. Yeah, this is the one here. I just love how the frame rate of this one and also the movement is really solid. I dig this.
Symbolia is asking sorry for the stupid question. Which aspect ratio would you recommend for the character? I have a fly as a
Okay.
So, I would say it really depends on your character. Like if you have a wide character, use a wide format. If you have a person, which is usually higher than broad, use a format that accommodates to that. Like the idea of getting the turnaround is so that you can have more images for. So you want to choose an aspect ratio that gives you the maximum amount of resolution, in that aspect ratio that you actually need. So you want to generate as little white space as possible.
Yeah, I mean, and generally speaking, you want to think about your character from all sides, right? A lot of characters are not going to have a similarly shaped silhouette from all sides, right? Like a fly-like character, their profile should be longer than their front, unless their wings are going to be spreading out really wide or whatever.
I mean, look at this that I just did earlier today. Doing this in a vertical aspect ratio work because the wings would clip out. So if you have a broad character, then you need a broad aspect ratio.
Right, right. Let's see here. Are you remaking The Fly? Because that's a great movie. No. But when I think of a human fly hybrid, I can't think of anything else but the fly. We have a couple of really cool insectoid characters in our Western, actually. In our Western section here. So if we kind of pull up our storybook nexus here, we have all sorts of different like foundations to. Actually, it's not in here. Where is it now? It's probably inside of the character portal somewhere. Is it down?
No, it's down. Yeah, you put it into.
I think at the bottom.
Yeah,
it's somewhere. Like if I go, I forgot the names of them. Honestly,
I'm gonna link it. The Western Nexus.
Let's go ahead and turn off the servers here. Okay. But I do know that they're also inside of the character portal somewhere. Okay, there we go. Let me copy that link. All right.
You know, actually, wait 1 second. Maybe it's wrong because there is not much in there.
Yeah, we did purge a lot of that stuff and combine things earlier. So, but let's go ahead and well, I just wanted to show you some cool insectoid characters that we've made, but. Let me see the snap zoom out revealing the adventurer beside a tree, and then she pounces on the unsuspecting adventurer. Okay, so this may seem a bit chaotic at first, but we got to remember what the original result was. which was that we were not seeing the environment. We were seeing basically like a snap in of the character moving and then suddenly revealing feet beside her as the best result for those four originally. Now, I will say the third result here is really cool. We get a really cool perspective shift as we dolly back with her, which means we might want to say the word dolly instead of zoom in order to create more results like the third one here. But if we extend it will probably do well because we already have a lot of good motion of this character approaching. It's this one right here. So we'll just take a quick look at that. And she can jump up. There's already a tree beside that. So now we could just describe the adventurer a little bit, and then she would be pouncing on him. So we could say extend high motion. And then I'm going to say that she is that an unsuspected. This is actually a technique that I've done too, where I've taken the end of the prompt and then added on as it depends on your sentence structure, surely, but like I basically take the very last bit of the sentence and say, an unsuspecting adventurer gets pounced on by the and what sort of phrasing are we using to describe Celine here? I'm going to say that she is. It says Anthro Black Lizard, so I'm gonna go. By the Anthro Black Lizard girl. And my cat's screaming, so I will be asking Kinky to do the announcement soon. But I'm gonna quickly submit this one in. An unsuspecting adventurer gets pounced on by the Anthro Black Lizard girl, and tumbles to the ground. And this is where, whenever there's some sort of impact or any sort of like chaos and related to like particle effects or anything like that, I like to describe the debris that goes into the air at the end of the prompt. So tumbles to the ground, dust and debris fly into the air as they make impact with the ground. This usually works pretty well for me. So we'll hit submit on this and give it a go. Give it a look-see. All right. Well, Kinky, do you want to make the announcements? I'm going to go feed my cat, if so.
I forgot I had hard muted. Hello. I'm here to share with you your Kinky Minute. My name is Kinky Kong, and I'm here to tell you about a little game that we play every Saturday called Prompt Battles. Prompt Battles is a game where everybody prompts the same challenge for 10 minutes. And then what we do is we put all of our images, well, one of our images that we like best, into something called the poll unit. The poll unit makes sure that everything's nice and fair and anonymous. And when we put that in there, nobody knows who made what. But also, nobody knows who voted for what. So we go ahead and we vote for the images we like best. We have 5 red hearts and 2 minutes to do so in. And then when we find the winner, the winner chooses the next challenge. And the next challenge is not the only thing they win. They also get a free fast hour. And there are a few different ways that you can win fast hours during prompt battles, including Snoopy's Bingo. Bingo is just a game that revolves around the silly things that we generally tend to do during prompt battles. And you can win for participating. There's all sorts of things you can do, to be completely honest. But you know what? It's not only the fact that it's easy to win. There's another fact, and that is that we do it all weekend long. 8 hours a day, Saturday, and 8 hours a day, Sunday. So if you want to come in and drop in and play, because it's not necessary for you to be there the whole day, and nobody would expect you to do that, please do. We'd love to have you. Everybody's super nice, friendly, and encouraging, and you learn how to prompt things that are outside of your wheelhouse, and you get inspired to do other things. So come on down to the prompt battle room right under here. I hope you show up.
Yeah, go to prompt battles. Do it.
Go to prompt battles. This has been your Kinky Minute.
Thank you so much, Kinky. My cat is now fat and fed, so she's we'll hopefully not be screaming in the background. Um, cool, guys. Let's see. Did we get an unsuspecting? Okay, this is the result we got on this. Let's see what we got on that. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the gifts repeat the first playthrough. Look at the dust effect.
Jumping on herself?
She is jumping on herself, yeah. We probably need to start describing the adventurer and see if we can get her to, like, you know, come up to that scene. So, like, I would maybe do this. Instead of describe her flying in the air and jumping and such, I would say an unsuspecting adventurer comes into the frame, beside us. And I say beside us because I like to, at least when I'm prompting for video, I try to do it from a first-person perspective. And so it helps kind of direct whether or not characters should be passing you or, you know, coming at you or approaching or anything like that. You can use it in first person and it kind of helps give the direction a bit more accurately, in my opinion. But comes into the frame from the bottom of frame. Comes into frame from the bottom of frame with a face of surprise and alarm. And we'll see if that's going to give us enough of an original character to pop up here for her to be pouncing on top of. Because if we look at what the final frame of this is, which is about halfway through this GIF, it's her just in the air, right there. So we can kind of get this to be, you know, a reveal of somebody's like face or something from the bottom of the image, and just have her pounce on the shoulders or something like that. So we'll see how that one comes out. A punk VTuber cat, cute. Yeah, like some of these, I would have never pegged as AI. Like, especially that second one here, I would have never pegged that image as AI. Like, the use of the ink materials, all that sort of stuff is just so not what you imagine generative being. It's so cool. I love it. The cat screaming collage from Queen Luxe. Yes. This very much fills the vibe for me. That is my house, but it's all one cat screaming. So if this was nine of the same cat screaming, that would be her. Okay, look at this. We are getting somebody there. Look at that. It's going to be wearing similar clothes as her. I think that's just going to be a byproduct of referencing the first frame in the extension. If we see this as successful, then we can start describing the person's attire and change them from their look. So similar to OmniReference, if we do not describe them, it tends to fill in things with the information it thinks we want to see, which is what was already in there. So if we want it to go farther, if we want to include more originality, all those spells that we use to kind of create original characters with just words, you would then use that to be able to bring in other characters. And OmniReference, Draxler is the advancement of the character reference from version 6.1 and Niji 6. So it's OREF. Oh, there you go. Look at that run. And this was from using a blank frame at the start, I believe, right? So let's see what the end frame is here. It's this. And then the starting frame is at... how is that listed here, actually? Let's take a look. Yes, that's what I thought. If we look at what this image is here, you notice that the first frame is black. This was something that actually Rhapsody showed me. That's because the first image here is it's just blank. It's just an empty image. If you use a starting frame as an empty image and then the end frame as the result that you got from Midjourney, you can have Midjourney creatively create an entirely original opening for your clip, which is a much better use of this mid-run action shot sort of thing, because you're letting Midjourney do so much of the hauling on creating this image. It's so cool to use that. So this is a pretty interesting technique. I highly recommend it, especially if you are with a result that feels like it's in the middle of the moment. Use a blank frame as your start frame. It really, really comes in handy. Let's check out that result that I got earlier.
By the way, it also works there's an extension that people might find interesting. If you're using a void prompt for your animation prompt, and just do a black end image or something, a singular colored ending image, then you're giving it also complete freedom. But of course, you could also just do an extend with a void prompt. But I have found that the black or the one colored end frames can also have interesting results that you don't expect. But of course, that's only something if you really don't want to direct your animation, which is kind of expensive. But I know there are some people who don't care.
You know, when it comes to this result here, we can see on the third one, we definitely did get a semi-unique character popping up from the bottom of frame there with her, you know, behind. In fact, on 3 of these 4 results, they're very derivative of her, but they are all a separate character. So it's still following the prompt. We just need to describe the person more and try to avoid them from walking forward in this sort of result. So let's re-roll this one more time. And then I'm going to describe the unsuspecting adventurer a bit. The unsuspecting adventurer, who is let's go ahead and describe Enid's character. Why not? Because Enid is such a style contrast to this. I think it would be interesting. So, who is a long hair, pink. How else would I describe this, Enid? I recognize the long hair, pink femme fatale. That's what I mostly associate. But if you have anything else you want to add, feel free to just throw it in there. Comes into frame for the bottom of frame with a face of surprise and alarm. But I'm going to also try to describe their actions a bit better. An unsuspecting adventurer, who is comes into frame for the bottom of frame with surprise face and alarm. They turn around suddenly before getting pounced. Let's just say they turn around suddenly. Let's give them an action and then see what the results are for them. Maybe we can tweak this better after that. I commonly use foreground elements of any. A woman with long bubblegum hair. It's the bubblegum hair. That's what I was. Yeah. Bubblegum hair, oversized t-shirt, trousers, sneakers. Okay. Perfect. Okay, cool. I love seeing your all's like methodology too, where you say like, okay, here's what I usually start with, foreground elements, and you're thinking of the image more as a depth, right? You're describing in layers of depth, through the start and end of your prompt. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Or point of focus, yeah. Yeah, especially if you're doing something like a Dutch shot or something asymmetrical, it's really good to put a point of focus as being, part of like the lower third of the image, for example. Like lower third is what is oftentimes used in news and television broadcasts to represent like the text on the bottom that pops up. Like whenever you're watching a news station or maybe you're watching like TV shows and they have an advertisement for the next show coming up, that's a lower third. We can see here that I already saw it. It's not going to be too accurate for what we described, but it's getting us a little closer. I'm going to move on. Ooh, that's not this one. Let's see. Ooh, I'm curious what this result is though. Let's see. Oh, you have it extended, so it's, yeah. And you can see what kind of happens with these extensions, too, where, like, it doesn't really understand the motion of it, right? At the, at the start, like, and then we don't really know how fast this moment should be. You could go in and describe her more to be in motion or otherwise cut this early in order to get her as, like, another shot to be able to make this a bit more seamless. But that's pretty cool. All right, let's take a quick look at this, and then I think we're going to move on after this. Why? Oh, hey.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We'll move on from this one. But let's take it.
You should exit away.
Let's go ahead and get back to because we did Celine. Let's do Saskia, and I'm gonna double back quite hard for Saskia on this one. So little bit of scrolling here, guys. Just give me a minute to get us back to page on this. But when it comes to particular the character turnarounds, right, we can extract this from any one of these characters that you guys have produced today to create these 3D turnarounds that we then use as references to decide like the pose of the character or the or reference them as within as an ingredient inside of an Omni reference. There's a lot of ways that we can take advantage of that. So let me go up a little bit more here. I totally understand why you guys use Celine so much too. She's a much easier character to dig into than Saskia. Let's see here. We're almost there though. I like how you guys did a lot of her like pouncing, like she's about to like get something. Oh, there we go. There she is. Okay. I can see this is like I'm seeing Legal Beagle doing character development, testing out different combinations of phrases, words that are from /describe. If I scroll back up here, you're gonna see that I already knew it. I already knew it's a /describe because you see like certain art styles and things referenced here. That's gonna give you an idea of what sort of combination of words give you a reliable result. Nowadays, we focus mostly on using existing imagery to decide that stuff, but it is really helpful to know, what, like for example, for my fantasy OC Vermin, there is certainly my go-to prompt is mummy in a witch hat, mummy wearing a big witch hat, or anything like that. The combination of mummy and witch kind of perfectly meshes them together. So you find these words by exploring prompts like this. But when it comes to the results of trying to get her the asymmetrical aspects of her, it definitely is tough. It's one of those things that AI is like, regardless of the model you use and stuff, tends to struggle with this. Any sort of asymmetry, I try to avoid in my character designs because of this, or at least I have the expectation that I'm going to edit it afterward. There is something that we can do to remedy this manually, which is to prompt the design that's in her eye and then use movie magic to composite a design over the eye and then track it into place. This is something that I actually do want to show you guys eventually how to do, because it's really you can do a lot with motion tracking with when it comes to not just adding troublesome aspects of your character design, but more importantly, it's also what's used to like composite stuff dynamically. Like you could make all sorts of crazy linkages between different footages to keep them locked into 3D space, that kind of thing. We'll be able to get into all that a little later. But it is something where if there's time, we'll do it. For now, I'm probably just going to prompt the design for what's in her eyeball, and then we could track that onto one of the shots. It will take almost no time to dig into that, so we might do that. Let's see here. I can see that you guys were messing with this a little earlier too. Okay, cool. All right, we're caught up. We're caught up at this point. What I'm gonna do is take one of the turnarounds from you guys and try to turn that into something original with you all too. But I want to show, at least I want to give Alara this technique of compositing the eye over the image, just because I think it's going to be really helpful for this character's design specifically. So Alara, are you here? Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it myself really quick. In terms of creating a real working solution to a troublesome, annoying feature of this character. So if I go ahead and pull up the character portal here, there is Saskia right here. You can see some of the clips I've already made for her here. But I want to go ahead and zoom in and see how close to the design I need to, like, what sort of design are we doing here? Okay, so it's a swirly, purple, translucent eye. So if I just go ahead and say /imagine and then use this as the style reference, I'm only doing this to make sure we get a similar color purple, all that kind of stuff. Let's go copy image address. I'm going to use this as a style reference. Paste. But I'm going to use it with a very low value on it. So like style weight, I'm going to set it to something like 50. And the reason why is I don't really want it to be anime or anything like that. I just want to get a cool swirly eye design on here. So let's go ahead and do a purple swirl, like a whirlpool design over an eyeball. Let's put the word design a little later because I want to make sure the eyeball is actually part of the design as opposed to like there's an eye behind the design. So purple whirlpool over, let's do swirling whirlpool. Electric purple energy, emitting a purple, electric purple energy on black background. All these I'm doing on purpose for a really specific reason, particularly the black background. Because for compositing, we're going to make sure that we have plenty of contrast from the actual design to what we're overlapping on it, and then using a blending mode to kind of smash all that together. So let's see what we get with this. It's already pretty cool. So we're definitely getting more of like, what? Sorry?
I would maybe run that with an OREF. I mean, the original has large enough.
Yeah, information. We could definitely do that. Let's do it. Let's give it a try. I will snip it and just focus on the eye. Snip. Copy that. And let's go ahead and re-roll. I'm going to paste the image. This is just a reference of her eye. Copy that image address. And then I'll just even use the same prompt. But I am going to make it a little wider in aspect ratio to give us a little more room for the eye. So let's do 3:2. And then ORF. And then paste that image of...
3:3. You're on 3:3.
Oh, 3:2. Thank you. Straight on VTuber model of a pale man with a black shirt. There you go. Yeah, it's quite common for me to get glasses. It has to do with my bags under my eyes. I definitely oftentimes have to either in paint remove the glasses and stuff like that, or I just say that he's tired. If I say that he's tired, the glasses go away. So let's see here. Okay, yes, we're getting a little bit of the effect here. Look at the eye there. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. That feels like the swirl is an overlay over her normal eye.
Right. Which means that we could do some variations to see if we get that out, but I'm mostly looking for stuff like this, the third result, actually. Because I want that black background. I want that that thing that I can composite over afterward. So let's do a variation of this just to see what sort of, flexibility we have on this. Variation strong is going to change the composition. Variation subtle is going to preserve the composition. So we're going to see what we get off of this. Ooh, a children's storybook illustration of an intergalactic space pilot with a long bubblegum pink hair smiling and waving the camera. Doll. Very cute. I love the reflections in her metal armor. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed that right off the bat, but the reflections are accurate to her hair and her hand moving, which is just super cool. Okay, we got the design in the center of this, so we could use this as an effect later on. So let me go ahead and scale this one up. I'm going to upscale creative and subtle, but I'm going to do, that's fine. We'll just do it with this. That's all good. A tired pale man, yeah. It's still doing the glasses. I that might be from the profile code as well. There could be a couple other factors in there. Let's go ahead and do this though. With your prompt, I'm just gonna hit -- no glasses because I just noticed it's an EG6 prompt, so we can use negative prompts. Intergalactic, yes, I imagine that would add some really fun reflectance and other cyber things as well. All right, very cool. We got what we needed here. Yeah, it's still doing the note. It's still definitely generating glasses. We only the first one it didn't. Okay. What I'm gonna do is wait for this last little result. No, we're good. We could just work with this. We could just work with this. All good. I'm going to. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and take this. I really should wait for the creative though. I want to see if this swirl's a little more finished. But it is taking its sweet time on that one. So just give it a couple more seconds here. I hope you guys are having a good time with this stream. I've had a lot of fun. There's been a lot of watching you guys and what you guys have done this week, which I definitely enjoy. It's so cool to see everything you guys are making. And yeah, I thank you so much to everyone who hopped on stage here, Queen Luxe, and all you guys. Just thank you all so much for getting featured here. It is a real joy for me to see this community growing like this. Okay, look at this. All right, the swirl's much better realized in my opinion in this result here. So let's go ahead and copy this. Copy. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and use one of my images that I had prepared of Saskia here. That everything's right about it, but the eye is missing, right? Like that's the kind of result that I'm going to look for here. She doesn't have any of her purple arm here. Let's go ahead and scroll us up here. I have a couple of results that have a really cool explosion effect that she's like jumping away from here. I'm gonna find the original so that you guys are able to adapt off of this one, because I feel like there's a lot of potential if we added end frames to this one. But let me go ahead and see where that is. Just a moment. I got to dig through these clips. It takes a second because I have to actually like open these up. This was a very cool result, by the way. I definitely want to point this one out really quick. The way the tentacles rip the door open here and then pull the door into the hole is just so freaking cool to me.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead.
The only sad thing is that the door frame is a bit morphing.
Yeah. It is definitely morphing, yeah. But I like this explosion with a bit of a wobble effect here. This is the clip here that I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to copy the job ID like we did before. And I'm going to paste that into VC Create for you guys, so you have it. It's also in Saskia's character portal entry. So if you don't want to scroll through all this later, you could find it on her character portal. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to download that clip really quick. Okay. Download as, let's see here. Because we do now have the ability inside of Midjourney to actually copy frames directly. If you right click on the video, you'll see that it says copy current frame. And so I don't even need to download the entire thing or bring it into Chrome just to do this. But I want to show you guys the composite, and then we probably will not have time to do the video aspect of it, but I can at least show you guys the workflow for that. Just because I also know that not everyone uses these programs. So I just want to show you what movie magic can be applied to AI. Okay, so let's take this frame, copy current frame, and then I am going to go to Photoshop to show this off here. When did that come out? Yeah, I know, right? I had to ask the same thing. It is there. Copy current frame is now inside of Midjourney, so it's incredibly useful for us. I've been asking for it for a while, so it is something that I'm happy to see. I gotta go update the guide again. Yeah, yes, please do. So now that we have this, though, I'm gonna click on that copy frame. I have. For some reason, Photoshop is taking its sweet damn time opening up on me here. I have to do this in Photoshop because we're going to be using blending modes. Normally, we would be able to bring this into Midjourney's editor and say, hey, just remove the background and put that in there. But I want to show you guys, like, at least how we would do it with After Effects, so that you can you could have an expectation of what we can do with your clips, and collaborating with me particularly, what we can do. So why is Photoshop not opening up on me? This is oh, it started thinking.
It's the Photoshop riot. No more Photoshop.
No more Adobe. No more. That's fine. I could do the same thing in After Effects. It'll just take me an extra second to set this up here. All good. All good. Let me do it in After Effects. So I will go ahead and right-click, hit Download as Raw Video. Instead of the current frame, we're going to do the actual video here. I have it downloaded now. I'm going to swap on over to After Effects here. And I'm just going to drag that clip into the project here. Go away. Go away. Okay. Now that I have the clip here, I can drag this clip to the composition button. And what this is going to do is it's going to make a composition that is the length and settings of this exact clip. So I don't have to fiddle with any settings or anything like that. We have the clip inside of Adobe now, or After Effects. So what I do now is I grab that, that design that we came up with. So let me do that really quick. Inside of here should be that image. Oh, you guys are already doing cool stuff with the 360. Okay, we'll dig into that here in a minute. I can't get distracted just yet. Very cool. Can't wait to see what you guys do with that. But I'm going to grab this image. We're going to save this. Okay, it is now saved, and I will load us back into After Effects and drag that image into After Effects. And now I just pick a frame. I picked a frame towards the end here. It's a little secret is that we tend to make effects in reverse whenever we're doing this sort of stuff, like any sort of post effects. You do it in reverse because it's easier to predict the ending than it is the beginning when it comes to any of the effects. So it's like if I need a particle effect to explode from something, I kind of want to see the aftermath before I see the start of it, because otherwise it just helps the compositing a lot. So let's go ahead and now shrink this down just a little bit. Something like that. You can see that we have a black background on this here. But if we go ahead and click on mode here, we have all these different blending modes. And let's go ahead and try add. Now look what happened. All the black is gone, okay? And we have only the colors showing through, because add adds hue, it adds light to this. So I really recommend messing with the blending modes and learning what they do, because that's going to make a huge difference for what we want to do later on as well. So let's go ahead and now place this eye effect where we want it to be. Okay, and we won't use the whole swirl, because maybe that's like when her power gets like activated or something like that, the swirl will spiral out of her eye. So I'm going to go for something like this, okay? And then I am going to use a mask, which is just the pen tool up here. I'm going to use a mask to isolate it around her eye. Ta-da! And now that swirl is in her eye. Okay? And now this is cool. If I move this tick at all, it's going to dislodge from her eye and just be floating in this place, because we haven't told it to animate or move or anything like that. And you would think, oh, that's got to be a huge hassle. Like, it's got to be a big problem to, like, this is a very dynamic clip. Like, let me just break this so I know where the clip is here. But if you notice, there's a lot of movement. Her eye moves a ton here, right? But that's where we can start to use motion tracking to say, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and track that eye and say, all right, go under Window, Workspace, Motion Tracking, and now we can track her eye. See, we have all these different tracking tools here, track motion, and we just go ahead and drag it up to her eye, click up out here, and then we could say, hey, I also want to track the rotation of this. And then we reference something else to reference rotation, and so on and so forth. But what essentially happens here is if I hit play on this, it's going to start to move. And if you notice, it may not look like a lot happened there, but it actually did. Look at this. Look at that. It is moving with her eye, okay? And the only thing we do is we say, hey, this motion here needs to be applied to this layer, right? So we just click Edit Target, and then you guys can't see this window because it's kind of, oh, there it is. And then we say that we want this to be on the eyeball. So I think it's this one here. Layer 1. Yes, Layer 1. And we said OK, and then apply. Now let's check the composition. Oh, hold on. Boop. It's yelling at me. Okay, apply to X and Y. There we go. And now we can just go back to our composition here. And you can see that the eye is like we have a shape now that follows her position of her eye. And we just have to make sure that we can see that. There we go. Notice how it's now moving with her eye. We just have to replace the anchor on this, and then boom, you have a working tracking of her eye and the effect placed over her eye in like, what is it, 3 minutes? Look at that. And then we just change the scale to adjust, because we could adjust the scale automatically, but in this case, we're going to do it manually. But there you go. That's motion tracking in a nutshell. Look at the path of the motion. That's the thing you got to remember. Look at each one of these keyframes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can actually manually adjust these keyframes to move and position as we want to refine this. But man, that's so, like, honestly, the motion tracking is going to be such a huge feature moving forward when it comes to doing these sort of advanced character design elements that AI just has struggles with sometimes. I love doing motion tracking to fix these problems. So there you go. All right.
Tools like you don't even need Adobe. Like if you have access to a version of DaVinci Studio, there is options for that inside there. And I guess any kind of video effects editor that you can have today has some form of motion tracking included, because it's so essential and so important.
Yeah, it really makes the difference of like you got to remember that a lot of edge detection that happens with AI, a lot of it is it benefits these programs a lot to be able to use the AI imagery now, because the edges are so clean. We can easily track these edges when they're generated. So yeah, it's actually easier to work with generated imagery now than it is for me to work with traditional film footage, because the grain that's in video footage can oftentimes mess up motion tracking. Not so much with generated imagery. So this is really cool though. This orbiting 3D effect around her gives us so much potential for image prompting and all that kind of stuff. Very cool. But we do see the asymmetry problem again, where where both arms take on the purple effect because we do not see the other arm in the starting image. If we saw the other arm, even as an in-paint, you just added her other arm without this purple effect on there, it would fix that asymmetry problem. So Chester has opinions on eyes. I bet he does. He's always winking like real weird. Okay, cool guys. Let's see here. Well, I got about another 20 minutes here before we do the show after the show. I do want to talk about that for a second. We do a show after the show on our server, so you can hop in and join the voice chat and ask questions directly. It is a great spot to get to know all the other creators that we have and just be able to make cool things together. I want to know what projects you're working on. I want to know what you're doing. I'll be there hanging out for a while, and you can come in and say those, ask any sort of questions related to like your own projects or you just want to hang out. You're welcome to join. Thank you for the. I love the showgirl that walks across the screen so much. I do want to make a little bit of like okay. Please don't take this as an announcement. I just want to say one thing, which is we've been mulling over about doing a jam session instead of game nights, and I want to know from you guys: would you all rather us do a midweek jam session as opposed to a social night, like a game night or anything like that? Or maybe we do both, where it's just we let everyone do what they want to do. If they want to play games, they play games and whatnot. But I want to know from you guys what day and what time, because my default is 4 p.m. Just that's the slot that I have here. People are familiar with that time slot, but I know that it doesn't work for everybody. So I really want to make sure that we kind of query or just ask you guys what date, what time you guys want. But yes, doing a proper regular jam session would be ideal. That's what I would do.
Just to tell you guys what we mean by jam session. It's hanging around and doing stuff together. So you can bring your own project, you can do your own stuff, you can watch us do stuff, you can ask us to help you do your stuff, like sitting around and doing things together, creating stuff, and maybe just hanging around with each other and talking, like an interactive, direct mentoring kind of workshop where everybody just brings stuff and can show off stuff.
A hangsy, yeah. There and you can just contribute to the Ghoulery the whole time. That's fine. Like I'm down for whatever you guys want to do, but I recognize that at least for our Thursday game nights, I feel like we're missing an opportunity here, and I think the jam session is a much better use of our time. But I want to pick a good day for that. So it seems like you guys are already arguing for the same time slot that we have on our Fridays, but I do want to do something on a different day than Friday for sure. That's my only request, is that we do it on a different day than Friday. So maybe we'll make a poll. Maybe we'll make a poll about that on our server and just ask people what day. Okay. Cool. Well, thanks for the input, guys. Strawberry jam session. Yeah, we're making jam. So there's
If you have strawberries, there's a high chance that I'm there.
yeah, she loves her strawberries. You didn't get to try the lindenberries, or the rare berry you can't really travel with here.
I don't care.
It's so good
I
though.
don't care.
You
You don't understand. Okay, here's a fun fact.
don't understand my love for strawberries.
Yeah, you really don't. Because, like, a lot of you guys know, I have synesthesia. So sometimes I see colors for sounds or some touching sensation. Gets me to taste stuff and things. But strawberries trigger that hard in the best way possible. I really get high on strawberries. Without side effects.
Good. I mean, a natural high ain't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I experience a runner's high, and I don't like it. Like I get like lightheaded in a way where it's like I clearly am out of shape, but I'm more like I'm out of shape because I don't eat enough. Not because I'm like not because I overeat or anything like that, but it's definitely like I don't eat well. So I'm very very aware of my exhaustion by the end of it, and I'm like, oh god, this doesn't feel good. Okay, let's see here. This was what I got. Oh wait, Snoopy did. I really get high on strawberries. There you go. The fourth one's perfect. This one was synesthesia oraberry. I wonder. That's actually pretty cool. I like the explosion of colors, like dust, like a color war on the bottom right there. That's pretty cool. I told a little girl once that I keep my hair pink by eating strawberries. Oh, that's so adorable. That is adorable. Oh, hey, Gloomy. Good to see you. Sorry if I didn't catch you earlier. Alrighty. Well, very good. Very good. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. This is really cool to see what everyone's doing in terms of the VC Create here. I'm going to just kind of scroll back through here for a bit and see what you guys have done before we kind of, catch up with whatever's at the end here. But I'm curious. Oh, look, there's Chester. I love how weird that man is. He's such a weird man. And if we look at his character reference here, that's the reference everyone uses for Chester. The weird bulgy eyes, I feel like this is a color photo from when color photos weren't a thing. Right? And, it's just so fun to see how you guys use this character. Chester emoji back. Perfect. All right, let's keep scrolling through here. Oh, look at this. Is that a low motion? Yeah, it's a low motion. Yeah, I'm back at the orb. Yeah, I just want to make sure I caught up with any of the last minute stuff that's here. But I don't have too much stuff to update for myself right now. I very much am excited to start digging into more fantasy stuff coming up here soon. I know that some people are a little burned on anime and stuff too. So if you guys have another stream genre or filmmaking genre that you guys want to explore, please let me know. I know that stop motion comes up often because of my work, and I'm more than happy to dig into another stop motion stream as well. But yeah, I'm just really excited for Halloween. I think Halloween this year is going to be insane with all the video prompts that people are going to be doing. We gotta go trick or treating. You know what I mean? Like we gotta get our characters dressed up and in Halloween costumes. I want to see what Halloween costumes you guys have planned for this year. These are the little projects that I would love to see us expand on. Probably
Wait for Halloween events.
I know it's going to be so much fun. Or like probably the first week of October, we should do a "What's your character's favorite Halloween costume" or something like that, just to get the ball rolling on that. Yes, I'm ready for Happy Halloween. Yeah. Mm. Ooh, I could feel myself losing my voice a little bit here. That's unusual. Normally, I could power through this just fine. Like I could keep talking even afterward. My partner is like, "You just talked for 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours straight. How are you still yapping on to me?" But yeah, no, today is a little more hoarse. I don't know why, but my favorite Halloween costume is, oh no, it's censored. I always get worried when Ancient says censored stuff. I don't know why I do.
Safe.
I know it's safe from you. You wouldn't post unsafe stuff, but it's seeing the bar. It's just the potentiality of it is scary, okay? My favorite Halloween costume is Mystique from X-Men disguised as himself. Oh, perfect.
Favorite Halloween costume.
I could tell you all a little story, actually. My brother wanted to be a tiger for Halloween. My little brother. I was 9, he was 7. He wanted to be a tiger, so my mom couldn't find a tiger costume. So she grabbed an orange T-shirt and orange pants, just like pajama pants, and she decided to spray paint on the stripes. Okay. And the thing is that she was like, the stripes aren't going to be straight if unless he's wearing it, or there's like a mold or whatever, like a mannequin that we could put the shirt over before we spray it. So my mom decided, put on the shirt, and then I'm going to spray paint the stripes onto you. Okay? We went outside and did that. And the thing is that the fumes from the spray paint started getting to my brother, because again, she's spraying horizontal stripes over his chest, down to his belly, through to the legs, so on and so forth. And before she could even finish getting to his feet, he fell unconscious from all the spray paint. And my mother was horrified. She thought she just asphyxiated her child. And I just remember very vividly my mother's scream at like, what stand still, and just this like yelping about like the whole situation. So yeah, that's, if I have a favorite costume story, it's probably that one. Just because it's so memorable. It's not a good memory necessarily, but it is definitely memorable. That sounds terrible, like the time I drew a giant dot to dot on myself as a kid. Oh no. Did you get way too much attention, Celeste? Is that what was so awful about it? Is just everyone was touching you after that? I was gonna say let's all dress like shrimp, but now that we think we should do tigers, yeah, definitely do a bunch of tiger tigers.
Everything is better than shrimp.
I haven't had
As a shrimp keeper, I disagree.
the Lord of Shrimp. Let's see here. Yeah, I did, but I did it in the morning of a doctor's appointment, so yeah, that happened. Yeah. Yeah, there are costumes that I definitely regret later on, especially if I brought them to school and I realized just how nerdy they were, or just how like I remember going to basically like a formal a fancy dress. It was a fancy dress party that my mother's British friends were putting on. And the thing is that fancy dress means something completely different in Britain as it does in the United States. If you're not familiar, fancy dress literally means costume party. It just means you can wear silly costumes and stuff. My parents interpreted that as, oh, we have to look really good. We have to look really good at this party. And so they put all this time into making us look all suave and all this stuff. And we get there and there's people in like Winnie the Pooh costumes and like, whatever. And my mother was just like, oh God, they're going to think that we're like trying to be like, like snooty. Like, they just thought it. Like she was so worried. She was just always so worried. But this one in particular, I remember being laughing at it just because like everyone else was in ridiculous costumes, but we were just really, really proper. But yeah, I'm loving everything you guys did on this stream here. This was a really fun one. I really liked featuring everything from you guys today. Like that was such a nice experience to dig into the stuff that you guys have posted this week. I will say that for challenges, I haven't really honestly given it much thought this week into what sort of challenges we should do. Do you have any ideas that you want to just spitball with me real quick, Rhapsody, for that?
There's a bunch of challenges, but we have a new, old and new challenge, responsible person. The person that's going to challenge everybody, and that is Zero. So, we don't have anything, but you will come up with something after talking to us.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. We'll definitely hear back from Zero soon. Let's see this clip here because I noticed this clip earlier. This pixel art was being done, and I've noticed this a lot with animation styles that don't normally animate like this. Is that the motion will feel a little bit like stunted in the direction of the movement. Like I feel like we could do a high motion of this and probably get a little bit more value out of it. It is cool though. It is cool. I just think they glide on the ground a little too much. Oh no. Yep, that's my brother. This is actually a really good rendition of it. I'm gonna save this and I'm literally gonna send this to my mother and she's gonna be like, oh no! Oh no! In her very thick Flemish accent. Yes, this is great. I should probably ask my mom to record her reaction for that so I can send it to you guys. Let's see. We got a hell cute low motion here. Oh, that's from Golem as well. I love that. That's really cute. I'm always curious how these sort of more flatter art styles do with spins, because normally there's all sorts of tricks that are done within anime to make chibi stuff look look a way that it wouldn't actually volumetrically make sense. It's kind of like asking for certain characters from like SpongeBob and Simpsons to like spin around. They don't actually like the 3D versions of them look awful in my opinion by comparison to the 2D ones, because they don't have those arbitrary 3D rules applied to them. But yeah, no, I could ramble on about that forever. But let's see here. I'm just loving all the chibi stuff. It's really cute too. Okay. At this point, guys, I think I'm going to call it at this point. I think we did a lot of really cool stuff. Less glide, nothing perfect. Let's see what you got. Oh, yeah. No, each one of these steps feel much more placed. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
That's a lot better right off the bat. Good job, Fungi Mancer.
The only thing that's breaking is his legs in the beginning.
I mean, he's also enormous. He's enormous in this scene.
Yeah.
I see him as being too big in the original image. That's probably what's doing it. I have done this a lot when it comes to trying to get characters to approach things. I will composite a back view of them on a blank background or just empty background, and then have them try them at different scales or different sizes in the image and see which one kind of flows best for video. Just because our instincts don't always line up with reality when it comes to the video prompting. So I oftentimes move characters around to be less from center of frame, like that kind of thing as well. The tight socks are squeezing his calves up real high. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much. Please come to the Gnarly Studios server for the show after the show. We're going to have a ton of fun there and hanging out and seeing what you guys are doing. And this was a real fun episode. Yeah, Enid, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate your all's time today. If there's any questions, feel free to shoot them in the show after the show. Thank you so much for Rhapsody, Kinky, and Ancient for being on stage with me today. This is super cool. And I just cannot wait for next week. They're gonna get some real fun stuff coming up here soon. Now the week after that is officially October, so expect some really cool stuff by then. Like I expect some like real hard challenges Halloween related wise by then. So, okay. All right. Well, that's it for me, guys. Thank you all so much. You all have a great rest of your Friday and the start of your weekend. Okay. I'm excited to get into it with you all.
Bye bye.
Bye.